last panel discussion of the IIAB Expo. Very interesting topic. When I say interesting, we have tried to see that how we make it relevant. Starting strong, the impact of seeds on crop productivity. Whatever the crop, the outcome is, the first thing that is required is the seed. So that's how the whole criticality of the seed is for the agribusiness. So I invite, incidentally, Venkat fell sick, and I thank Srini to quickly agreeing my request to moderate. So Srinivas Karavadi, we love to call him Srini. So please join us, Srini, to moderate. And then we have my dear friend Moinuddin Bhai, the Managing Director and CEO of Hytech Seeds, along with another doyen of seed industry, Rama Garu. He had been in the industry for so long. Now he is the CEO of Dhana Crop Sciences. So all yours. Moinuddin sahab, please come.
Yeah, so first of all, thank you so much, Raj, for this invitation and actually setting up this panel, which is very, very important. I mean, of course, we are the last session before the conclusion of this great expo. So seed industry, as today, from a seed saving ecosystem in the past to a high cutting edge biotechnological advancements that have happened over last 40 years. Indian seed industry is at a cusp of roads where it is transforming itself to a more advanced hybrid based system. I mean, what all the parameters that need to be improved upon to be at world level. I mean, today we talk about $4 billion industry today, what we are talking. There has been hybridization, so a lot of seed replacement ratios had been improved with a great contributions from public as well as private sector industries. So having said that, the strides which had been happened at seed industry is really great. So now, I mean, two eminent speakers are sitting with me, Moinuddin ji and Rama ji. So I would ask Rama ji, how do you see the seed industry itself shaping up, and what are the major opportunities you see, in the challenges anyway? I would come back to you later. What is that you look at it, sir?
Hello. Good afternoon, everybody. The importance of seed, as the subject has given by Mr. Raj Agarwal in this expo. See, seed is the basic input, first input. Yada bija tada tasya. As seed, crop comes well. Without quality seed, good crop and good yield won't come. So this is the first thing. Quality seed gives good yield. So the transformation of seed industry took place from 1960s. First started with green revolution with high yielding varieties. Yeah. Then next, from public bread. Public bread means research universities hybrids, bread hybrids, and then that public bread market started in 70s, and in the 80s private bread research hybrids started, companies like Mahiko, etc. Then in 90s multinationals entered, and in 2000 onwards BT cotton has come. This is the transformation of the seed industry, as it has grown from small. Earlier all farmer own used seeds they were using, and again high yielding varieties came, public breeds and private breeds and genetically modified hybrids. This has grown a long way to a 4 billion market. So seed, India is a very important, and Hyderabad is the capital of seed industry. So our topic is, Mr. Raj Agarwal has kept it in the last, but it should have been kept in the beginning. With the seed sowing only, all use of fertilizers, nutrients, pesticides, herbicides, fungicides will be used in the crop. If crop is good, then only all these inputs will be used in full way. So the seed is having most important in agriculture. You see, we see in this Kharif season also in Telangana, Hyderabad, we have seen in many newspapers and channels, people are not getting seed. They required seed, and they are keeping queues in front of the shops, because that is the importance of seed. If good seed is there, people will go for that. So good seed only will give good yield, and in that also pest resistant tolerance, disease tolerance, etc. All good quality seed will give good crop, good yields to the farmer, and cost of cultivation also will decrease because of all these qualities in the seed. That is most important is seed is the basic need and good foundation for the crop. If foundation is good, crop will come good. This is my view. Seed is the most important input in agriculture for getting good yield and returns to the farmer.
Thank you very much, sir. Very interesting, Yadha Bija Tada Sasyam, and very, very inspirational quote, I must say. So, Moinuddin ji, from Hytech, how you, personally seeing Hytech contributing to the overall emerging sector, and how do you see the sector is going, and, where you think a larger challenges lie ahead, where government needs to have a look at to facilitate the transformation of the seed industry in the best interest of the farmer?
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you, Sini. This is a very, very important question. One is, it is talking about Hytech, it's just talking about a company which I represent. But the later part of the question is literally a huge bomb. First of all, I would like to introduce myself. Before that, I think I should acknowledge Dr. Rama Sahab jo kahe. The first and the foremost input of the agri industry in this country or anywhere in the world is the seed, whatever the form it may be. It may be the seed or a seedling or a rootstock or anything. It is unfortunate that we are doing this session in the last. I fully agree that it should be the first thing as an input that should start. The second thing is that I am working for Hytech Seeds in the capacity of a managing director, but basically I am a corn breeder. And at Hytech Seeds, we have a few crops that we are focused to, with the only focus that how we can enhance the income of the farmer and give the farmer a best product. There is one saying which I want to tell you here. Good things take time. Great things take a little more time. First of all, we should understand, are we satisfied or are we convinced only for good things? Or we need to do great things for the nation. I have a little data that will help all of us understand. I have picked up about 5 or 6 crops which are very important crops. The productivity of rice in India is 2.8 tons, whereas the global average is 4.7 tons. And the highest productivity in the world is by China, which is 6.8 tons. We are just 41% of the highest and about 60% of the global. If we come to corn, our Indian productivity is 3.2 tons, whereas the global average is 5.6 tons. US produces 10.5 tons. My intent of sharing these numbers, I have for another few crops. In all the crops, Innovation is happening in the country, not made in India, but innovate in India. Not only in terms of seeds, but in terms of digitization, mechanization. You see the small Southeast Asian countries, there is so much that development has happened, and we just reproduce it. I think you can take it from there, Dr. Sini.
No, yeah. That's a fantastic observation, sir. The seed has all the potential, but how do you really match the performance? It can be anything from agronomy to the different technological interventions that might actually help to build that ecosystem, what he's talking about. Any views to expand what he just said, sir?
Of course, ecosystem, agronomic practices, everything will help in it, but basically the breeding and quality of the seed is most important. All that should be there. In this, I want to tell this seed production, of course, in pesticides, nutrients or fertilizers, that can be made based on the demand in the factory. But these seeds are produced in the farmer's field and has to be planned 1 year in advance for next year. So that is where these government, Department of Agriculture and government and regulating authorities should come to support us in this. Otherwise, it is very difficult for us to supply seeds in time. So everything will help, nutritional and crop protection, everything will help in increasing the crop productivity, but basic thing is seed. For that, it is not a factory product. We have to plan in field and in the contract farming system, and the agroclimatic conditions are there and everything is there. So it is a very hard nut we are doing, but that importance government should understand and support us in the way of supporting in by giving subsidies and facilitating all facilities to seed industry.
Thank you very much, sir. So, Moinuddin, sir, Hytech is basically formed basis of the R&D. I mean, you yourself being a breeder. So, can you elaborate on the recent advancements that are happening in the seed, especially in the R&D, and where do you see this helps the Indian farmer to, go forward?
There are plenty of technologies available in this globe. We talk about GMOs, we talk about BT, we talk about CRISPR. There are plenty of it. How can that be utilized is the big question. Currently at Hytech, we have a very strong research base. We have a very strong team. Nothing goes out without proper research and evaluation. The biggest part is evaluation. And what gets developed is the market-driven information. What the market needs, that is the one what we develop. And then evaluation happens and the product goes to the farmers. Unless and until the product is accepted, the product cannot get popularized, whatever the case may be. The second thing is that I talked about technologies. All these technologies are available, be these advanced technologies. The other things are, there's plenty of germplasm available in the universities, locked up in the, I will say it's not available, but it's locked up into the universities, not because they have kept it in the lock and key, but it is because of the policy matters. How important the ecosystem is and how important, how the facilitation happens so that players can walk into it and find a startup and start working. I think government needs to bring in the, make necessary changes in the policies. What I thought was, it is like one cannot do into bits and pieces. There has to be a transformation. There has to be a huge think tank. There has to be a think tank which thinks beyond connecting the small dots, but it has to be done all across the inputs that are needed for this seed industry. And the second thing is that we should not treat the seed industry the way we treat it today. The seed industry in the sense the agri industry. It should be as good as any other industries that we are talking about, the other industries, the kind of the support that the government provides. There are many things that can be said, but I think unless and until there is a transformation in the thought process, I think I made a few points. First of all, there should be a serious and honest acceptance of the impact that the climate change is bringing in. It is very easy for us to say, to use the words, the jargons of sustainability and saying that we will develop something resilient. What are we going to develop resilient when the crop does not survive? We are talking about, somebody in the morning said, in Gujarat, there is no more rainfall in centimeters and inches, it is in feet. And we were talking in the morning that how we sort out the harvest, like post-harvest losses. Harvest करने के लिए कुछ बचा नहीं रहा तो what are we going to harvest? The concept of thinking, the idea of thinking in the future is now we should try to see how we can slow down these disastrous crop damages that are happening. How can we slow down this first of all and then stop it and then take it? It's not the seeds alone cannot help. It's the seed treatment cannot help. The inputs that we talked about, 600 grams or 6 kilos of pesticides cannot help. This is not the thing. I think there is far bigger thought process that one needs to do, and I'm definitely like looking forward in any of the forums if somebody takes this up. These kind of issues are to be addressed first rather than addressing that, collaborating with some university for some varieties. I don't think so. We would definitely want to do that. Like sir said, Ramarao sir said, it is not easy for any seed industry to bring products overnight. If somebody needs to develop products, it takes decades. It takes decades. For one, I know we started our business in 2004. We started developing the products. In 2007, we launched the products. Only about 6 years or 7 years ago, we made difference in the market saying that our products fit the market. So it is very easy to talk about saying a seed industry can provide it overnight. Where is the seed? Why didn't you not produce? It needs a planning. 1 year in advance of seed production of hybrid, but 2 years advance of parent seed production. So there is plenty of things that go behind in the seed. It is not a manufacturing unit. So, and remember, seed industry also faces the wrath. For any reason, the planning goes hayway. Remember that the seed industry sometimes has to discard. I, for one, have discarded hundreds of tons of seed just because we cannot carry it and does not meet the quality conformity that the seed standards have to be supplied to the market. That answers my question, your question, sir?
Very well articulated. The kind of challenges that we have, especially in terms of supply chain, in terms of production, in terms of innovating the whole seed by itself. It tells a lot of dots need to be connected in more structured way to actually enable the industry to help the farmer at the same time. A lot of it needs to be integrated with respect to, the overall industry per se. A lot has been happened already. I know we have seen very great examples like BT cotton adoption, which helped us to become a largest supplier of cotton from an importing nation. Similarly, I have seen strides in the rice, where we have seen a good varietal improvements happened while hybridization took over in some parts of the country. And we have seen the changes, the way things have changed in vegetable farming, horticulture growth, where we are talking about exports of many exotic vegetables from India today, and horticulture clusters being talked about, wherein seed can play a vital role. At the same time, a lot of it happening at an agtech world, where I come from, a company called Inera Crop Science, which is a part of Absolute, which was formed on the idea of our Honorable President 11th APJ Dr. Abdul Kalam, who wanted to find the solutions more naturally for the greatest problems of this planet. So wherein we worked on different aspects to find those natural solutions, where we are working on many such solutions like microbial sweetener, sugar alternate to the sugar, bio leather, and agriculture and biology, where biological agriculture, which we want to make it more feasible for the farmer, affordable to the farmer, and make it more efficient, so that, as you were rightly pointing out, the potential of the seed needs to be translated to the performance, wherein we are trying to work along the value chain, where we can really help the farmers to realize their true potential of the seed that is being done by great companies like you. So with that, I think as it is very clearly evident, seed is a very important topic that should be brought on the day one. So with this recommendation to Raj, we'd like to conclude the session, so that we don't want to really stand between you and the lunch which is out there. Thank you very much, Raj, for this opportunity to talk about very, very important this topic, and send out a clear one pager from our end to as a recommendation to the industry.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
No, that if you can send on you, there will be nothing like it, Srini, and that would be a great thing. And see, what happens is there's a saying. Of course, it's a little later part of it, but I remember, I think about a couple of decades back, I don't know, was it a fact or someone said this, two things. One is probably they say seed industry would be only next to the IT industry. And I was told that it had come from none other than Mr. Narayan Murthy, but I disclaim, I'm not too sure I heard that. But something very, I won't say exciting, but I envy you guys. I believe seed industry has overtaken AgChem industry. Seed industry has overtaken AgChem industry in terms of revenue. More or less same. So you created a healthy competition only for the healthy crop, for the healthy agriculture. So you can imagine like how IT industry has galloped. The seed industry has galloped in a very short period. I think in the last couple of decades, not more than that, or maybe less than that. So thank you so much, Srini, Moinuddin Saab and Rama sir, for honoring us. So yeah, sure.
One more thing I just wanted to share on this diocese. Whenever I come, we all claim and we all confess that we learn. The other thing that we do is when we go out of this place, the learn becomes we earn. But there is one thing in between that we need to understand is how can we make it more impactful? How can we make this? Because I come from a place and I work for an organization where a visionary like Dr. Suri Sehgal, if he were to think that the only objective in life is to earn, he would never have been in the seed business. His only passion is in being in seed business and contributing to the fraternity. But yes, the ecosystem should be favorable because this is a very big challenge. And the other thing that he always says, but he does not advocate or he does not practice it, but he says jokingly, if you have to ever recommend recommend something to your enemy, recommend him a seed business.
Oh my God. It's like airline industry. If you want to become a millionaire, you start with a billionaire.
No, you want to take revenge or something. It's a kind of a challenge that it's not easy.
Certainly.
So I think I just wanted to share this. Thank you very much.
See, brilliant. See, that's exactly I said. See, seed, unlike other businesses, you can manufacture and give. Our seed cycle is about between 3 to 5 years, even if you have an approved hybrid. And I know you would be happy only when lala aate khet dikhte hain farmer ke. Thank you, sirs. Please come. And I invite a great friend of mine, Juan, come over with a new avatar, new role. Juan is a great friend of mine. I'm proud that I brought Rovensa, then trade crop to India with his help. Juan heads the APAC region of now a new company called Veganic. So उनका एक बार logo डाल देना भाई Veganic का. So this is an introduction for you for India, Juan.
You have the picture, so it's easy.